The truth about the noise, why you might still feel stuck even when life looks good. Hi, I'm Jen Smith, and this is Elevate, where we reconnect your life to truth that actually launches it. Let's be real, deep down, we all want more. We want to wake up with a fire in our soul every day. We want to feel excited, alive, like we're living a story that actually has meaning. We want abundance. We want laughter. We want the kind of peace that can't be shaken. And guess what? We were designed for that life. You were made in God's image, created to thrive, to live fully every day. But somewhere along the way, the world convinced us that fine is good and, average is the new normal. Like waking up tired and uninspired is normal. It's not. That dream life, the one that you see when you close your eyes at night, it's not a fantasy. That's a glimpse of what could be if you're willing to silence the noise. Because the truth is, the only thing standing between you and the next level life is what you're letting in. You don't get peace from chaos, and you don't get clarity from clutter. You certainly don't launch your dream life by following a million other voices on social media, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes, but we have to learn to unfollow what's been keeping you stuck. What are you letting in? Whatever it is, it's shaping every single thing that comes out, and whatever comes out comes back on you. So here's something I did notice recently. I was scrolling through some profiles, nothing unusual. I just wanted to get to know some people that were starting to follow me, and I noticed that so many people are following like 4,000 people, but they only have like 300 followers. And listen, I wasn't judging. I was just convicted because this isn't about numbers. It's about the truth underneath them. We're following thousands of voices, but we've lost our own. We're absorbing advice, opinions, trends, teachings, productivity tips, podcast clips, and noise. And then we wonder why we feel scattered, why we can't hear God's clarity, why we're anxious, stuck, or just low-key disconnected from joy and purpose. It's not because we're broken. It's because we're oversaturated, overstimulated. And I've felt all of this myself, and I have to be intentional. One scroll and I go from inspired to insecure to comparing myself's timeline to someone else's highlight reel, and suddenly I'm questioning everything I'm building. Sound familiar? And then I feel it, a whisper in my spirit that says, you can't follow me if you're following everyone else. And it's like, that just stops me, because it's true. Sometimes the voice we want to unfollow, and this is the hard truth, sometimes the one that we want to unfollow is the one that's telling us the truth. So now you might be feeling uncomfortable and you want to unfollow me because you don't want to hear that. Sometimes the voices that we want to unfollow are the ones that are telling us the truth. And when something stirs our conviction, we want to scroll faster. We want to change the subject. We want to tune out. But don't mistake discomfort for harm. Sometimes the thing that makes you uncomfortable is the very thing that's trying to wake you up. John 10:27 says, "My sheep hear my voice and they follow me." But how can we hear him clearly when we're buried under 4,000 other things that we follow? How can we walk in purpose if we're constantly consuming content made for somebody else's calling or totally on a different blueprint from what God's trying to teach us? How can we obey God when we're more influenced by trends of the world than truth? Imagine your heart like a garden, and every voice you follow is a seed being planted. Now picture dumping 4,000 random seed packets into the dirt. Every plant is competing for water. It's competing for sunlight. It's competing for space. Can anything grow there? Of course not. It's crowded. It's confused. It's chaotic. But if you clear out the weeds and you choose just a few intentional, life-giving seeds, your garden or your heart thrives. Your mind clears. God's voice becomes louder. You're kind of swapping poison for life. It's not just about who you unfollow either. It's about what you swap in. Instead of fear, fill your ears with faith, and the world pumps you with fear. Maybe, download the K-Love app for uplifting music. It's K-Love. Watch something on Angel Studios like The Chosen or Facing the Giants. Ask me for some of my Christian worship playlists. They're not hokey, they're amazing. I'll give you some things that light up your soul. Trade in toxic for true. You don't have to become a monk. You just have to become intentional. Because when you make space, you make room for truth. Maybe you're thinking, this is not for me. I know how to filter things. I don't let social media get to me. Oh gosh, you know how many people say that? That's just offensive. We all do. What shows are playing in the background while you cook or clean? What podcasts are in your queue? What's in your group texts or your notifications that are lighting up your phone every 30 seconds? The only reason you don't hear mine is I turned off my do not disturb. That's the background noise, but it's not background, it's a blueprint. You're literally becoming the content you're consuming and you don't even know it. Every scroll, every voice, every story, it's shaping you. And we wonder why we feel stuck. It's because the world has quietly turned up the volume and we've been absorbing it all like zombies in a distraction apocalypse. Well, this is your frying pan moment. Boom, wake up. You're not above the influence. You're being influenced right now. You, me, everybody. And if you don't take charge of it, the world will, and it will determine your life. All right, I have a challenge for today. I don't know if you hear the ding, but oh my gosh, I turned them off on my phone. I didn't turn them off on my computer. See? I'm intentional and it's still happening. That should be an aha moment. None of us are above this. We have to be intentional. So what can we do? Well, number one, we can unfollow the noise that's stealing our peace. We can figure it out and be honest about it. Number two, how about we just mute 1 or 2 accounts that keep complaining? You know, I have a couple of people that I really wasn't happy with what they were showing. I didn't unfollow them, I just muted them. So they don't get defensive, right? I just muted it so I don't see what they're projecting. I still want them to see what I'm doing because I want to try and infect them with goodness. All right, number 3, how about we swap 1 scroll session, just 1 a week, with a prayer walk? Oh my God, really, Jen? Okay, how about you just go for a walk and just during the walk one time you say, Lord, I'm here. I want to hear you. I want to see you. Open my eyes, open my ears, and help me see the life that you want me to live and get rid of some of the distractions. I know there's a dream life waiting for me. I'm told that's what your word says. Please show it to me. And keep walking. Once a week. That's it. Guys, you don't have to go chase truth. You just have to clear the noise long enough to hear it. You don't have to go hustle to find your purpose. You just have to turn down the world's volume long enough to hear the whisper that's been there the entire time. All right, if this stirred something in you, please stick around. And if not, unfollow me too. Please don't. I'm here to help people launch. And if I did unsettle you and make you a little uncomfortable, then I think I've helped. I only want to speak to the ones who are ready. Your calling is too important to be buried under 4,000 voices. Let's clear the noise. Let's elevate. Let's launch. That's it for today. Subscribe so you never miss an episode, and maybe share with a friend if you think this can help somebody. Maybe leave a comment, a like. Let's face it, it helps me. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Launch Your Rocket. If you want a newsletter once a week, just go to launchyourrocket.com and sign up where I have a B101, a Bible 101 course if you want to know God at all. Very basic. Who is this guy? Why would I even want to have a relationship with him? And then if you want to go deeper, you have the option to do that. It's all there on launchyourrocket.com. That's it for today. I'm so grateful you're here. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time on Elevate.